Okay, everyone, take a deep breath. Get your back straight, your spine straight. Get comfortable. Take a big deep breath. Let it out slowly and let the stresses of the week go away and float away, leaving you peaceful and relaxed. Now, envision roots growing from the bottom of your feet, growing down through the concrete, through your floor, down through the ground beneath you, through clay. Your roots are growing deeper and deeper, intertwining with those that are in this room. Grow deeper and deeper. Keep envisioning those roots growing deeper until you reach the cool, nutritious waters of Mother Earth. Feel that water as it touches the tips of your roots, as it starts to heal and nourish you. Now envision those waters growing up your roots, going higher and higher, healing and nourishing you as the water rises, as it keeps growing higher and higher until it touches the bottom of your feet. Take a deep breath and envision those waters growing up your legs, up your knees, up your thighs, and then overflowing and pooling into the cauldron that sits in your loins, healing you, cleansing you, nourishing you. Take another deep breath and envision those waters going up your sides, up your hips, up your torso, and filling that cauldron that sits in your heart, cleansing, nourishing, and healing you as it goes up and fills that cauldron. Take another deep breath and envision those waters growing up your shoulders, up your neck, up your scalp, and then filling that cauldron that sits in your head, cleansing you, nourishing you. Now, with your mind's eye, look up into the sky, reach high above the ceiling in your room, up through the roofs of your homes, up through and higher of the trees, up into the clouds, going higher and higher, up through the atmosphere and through the darkness of space, and keep reaching higher until you reach the center of the universe, where there's a big, huge ball of light. Take a strand of that light and bring it towards you. Bring it down, down through space, down through the atmosphere, down through the clouds, through the trees, going down and through the roofs of your homes, down through the ceiling of the room you're sitting in, and let it shine just above your head. Now take a deep breath and envision that light going down into that cauldron that sits in your head, filling it with light, life-giving light mixing with life-giving water. Where there is water, there is light. Take another deep breath and envision that light going down your neck, down your shoulders, and then filling that cauldron that sits in your heart, filling it with life-giving light, mixing with the nourishing, cleansing waters of Mother Earth. Take another deep breath and envision those waters, that light going down your torso, down your sides, down your hips, and fills that cauldron that sits in your loins, filling it with life-giving light, mixing with nourishing, cleansing waters of Mother Earth. Now take one more deep breath and envision that light going down your legs and down your roots and down to the waters of deep below. Where there is water, there is light. Now let us begin with the 9 knells of the bell. We come to keep the old ways. O shining ones, hear us, we pray you, as children of the earth. Let our call come unto you with honor and truth, as we work the work of wisdom. Mighty Mother of all, first Goddess, bless and uphold this rite, we pray you with love and reverence. Now let us hallow the sacred grove. Waters of wisdom, waters of love, waters of life. O Mother of all, be present in these waters and in this grove. Sacred well, flow within us. Fire of inspiration, fire of transformation, fire of sacrifices. O light of inspiration, be present in this fire and in this grove. Sacred fire, burn within us. Pillar of the grove, sacred crossroads, the tree of the worlds. Let the order of the worlds be present in us all and in this grove. Sacred tree, grow within us. Just make sure you get over there too.
Yes.
By the might of the primal waters, this grove is made sacred. Let the sea not rise, and let no ill or bane pass these encircling waters. By the might of the primal waters, this grove is made sacred. Let the sea not rise, and let no ill or bane pass these encircling waters. By the light of the sacred fire, this grove is enchanted. Let the sky not fall, and let only blessings be welcome at this fire. By the light of the sacred fire, this grove is enchanted. Let the sky not fall, and let only blessings be welcome at this fire. The fire, the well, the sacred tree, flow and flame and grow in me, in land, sea, and sky, below and on high. The sacred grove stands firm and true. Let the land hold fast beneath us. Thus is the sacred grove claimed and hallowed. Renew your center and breathe deep and feel the fire and the water in your being. See them here in our small grove. With all these things brought together in this blessed place, it is proper for the gates to be opened. Gray One of the borders, Lord of the Isle of Apples, teacher of wise, foster of heroes, keeper of roads and ways, hold open the ways between the worlds, we pray. Gatekeeper, accept our offering. By the Lord of the borders, and by our magic, let the sacred center be as the boundary between all the worlds. Let the gates be opened. Now envision your eye, whatever form you see the gates opening. Swirling mist, a rainbow bridge, an oaken door, a drawbridge to a castle, whatever is true for you. And keep in mind, while the gates are open, the gods and goddesses and the kindreds know what is in our heart. So let it be good and positive thinking. Now let's take a moment fill and charge your glasses. We're about to go for the kindreds. We got the water over there.
You want
Yeah, a little more.
more? Yeah.
And for this part, we'll start going. We'll go around for the naming of the kindreds. We'll start with the three in this room, and then it will go in order that I see them on the screen over here. So after us here will be Thex, and then it'll go Amanda, Boris, Charlie, Aaron, Greg, Joni, Julie, Sarah, and Valerie. Anyone have any questions so far? Well, you'll have to unmute yourself. Don't worry about it. Forget it. Let's start off with.
Can you give me a second to
Sure.
fill my glass? Sorry.
Yep.
Did not get that.
So as we, go around the room, you take your drink, and then we'll come back and finish it up, and then we'll go from there. Give us a moment. Shannon's getting her cups out. Ooh, thank you. Uh-huh.
Oh, I have that. Thursday has that. Yeah.
Greg, I'm going to go ahead and mute you just to let you know. All right. Okay, ready? Almighty ones, our ancestors, our kindred, we, your children, honor you. You whose life and death creates our lives, you whose wisdom upholds our wisdom. Hear us as we name you and invite you to our fire.
To Jim, AJ, and Ray, Caitlin, Thomas, and Greg, and Connor, and to Thomas Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Alicia Good, and Nelson Mandela, and Carrie Fisher.
To my grandparents, to my grandparents, to my Aunt Katie, on all my ancestors known and unknown to me.
To my mom, to my uncles, to my aunts, to all my grandparents, to AJ Gooch, to Ray, to Caitlin, and to all my ancestors known and unknown to me. Sex, you next. Unmute yourself.
All right. To all my ancestors known and unknown on my mom's side, and to my ancestors, my Native American ancestors on my dad's side of the family.
To Pete, to Norman, to Woody, to my grandmother Eleanor, my grandfather Bob, my other great-grandmother Courtney, to Eric Canali, to Raven Man, and all the others buried in the mound.
Amanda, unmute yourself.
To all of these strong women ancestors who passed before me, particularly my Aunt Janice and my husband's mother, Terry, who still support and guide me.
Boris, you have to unmute yourself.
To my father, my grandfather, to AJ, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yes.
That's a good one. Charlie?
Go ahead.
Do you have
Go ahead. Yeah.
To kin of my blood and to kin of my heart.
That was so good. I second that. And I add my cousin Eric. Yeah.
And I've got Joni next.
Oh, my family before me, but especially my Susie.
I don't want to remute you. Aaron? You have to unmute yourself, Aaron. Okay.
The McKibben, the Durbin, the Conroy, the Beck, Ferguson, to all the ancestors whose spirits dwell in my personal hall of ancestors that I live in and caretake.
Greg, you're next.
To Timothy Leary and to Ram Das.
And Julie, because Joni already went.
To my Aunt Betty and to my Grandpa Paul.
And Sarah, if you don't want to say anything, you be silent. Okay. Thank you. And Valerie?
To my great grandparents on both sides of the family, to my grandparents on both sides of the family. I've lost a lot of my older relatives. And to my mother, who passed over almost 3 years ago. It'll be 3 years in April.
All right. And Sarah did in fact post in the chat, to all those whose blood and spirits live through this my body now and out into the world I love.
Almighty ancestors, we honor your presence, offering our love and worship. Be with us in our grove and in our hearts, and accept this gift in token of our kinship. Ancestors, accept our offering. They will. 3 of us did it at the same time. Woohoo!
And the incense. Right.
O noble ones, our allies, with whom we share the world, you who fill the land with wonder, spirits of stone and stream, red and green, tribes of spirits, the peoples of the other world, hear us as we name you and invite you to our fire.
To the she who inhabit my home with me, to the wolf and the crow, and to the therapy dog, service dog, that we will hopefully be getting for Nora soon.
To the she, to the I'm sorry. That. How's that? That's good. Okay. To the she, to the fae, to the blue jay, to the crow, to the cardinal, to all the spirits of nature, and to the spirit of Lake Erie.
To my cat Teak, to my friend's dog Wally, and to the dog, the cat, the birds, the bees, and to all the animals that are sleeping right now through the winter. That's it. Vex, you're next.
To the snake, to the crow, to the raven, to the toad and frog, to the cat that's in our house, to the deer that roam around our property, and to the trees, land, and sky, and especially the wind that blows through these trees to make them speak.
In addition to what Faith said, the bees and the groundhog, specifically this week. And all the many wondrous critters that are just starting to think about waking up. in their wonderful forms.
Amanda?
To the cats in and outside of my home, to the bald eagles that live in the trees in my backyard and in the park down the road, and to the spirits in the forest that play with my children.
And Boris, you're next.
To the otter.
And Charlie and Weasel.
Yeah.
To the oak, to the willow, and to the hawk.
Yeah. And to the mother black bear. Yeah.
Aaron.
To the sea turtle, to my nemesis, the deer. You cannot get my car, it's in a garage. To my cats sleeping in the bed over here. To the pets I've had who've passed on, specifically the two that I think of as the head of the passed on pets, my dog Nash and my cat, the Buddha kitty.
Hale. Greg, you're next.
To the deer and to the wolf.
And Joni. You have to unmute yourself. Okay. Julie?
To my dog Maisie and to all the little birds I saw walking to work this morning that made me realize that spring is actually coming.
Sarah, you posting anything again?
Sarah posted to the 4 seasons and 4 elements that give and animate life, and pure unconditional love that sustain us all.
Very good. Hale. And Valerie, you're next. Gotta unmute yourself.
Not Val is fine. To my cats, Charlie, Tommy, especially Tommy because she's sick and very old. Coco, Darla, and Chessie. To all of the deer, there's a deer herd that runs through my neighborhood. And to the groundhog that has decided to live in my yard and steal my vegetables.
Excellent. Hail.
Hail.
O noble spirits, we honor your presence, offering our love and worship. Be with us in our grove and in our hearts, and accept this gift in token of our friendship. Spirits, accept our sacrifice. O shining ones, our elders, goddesses and gods, O wisest and mightiest, you who sustain all the worlds, first children of the mother, the tribe of the goddess, hear us as we name you and invite you to our fire.
Morgan and Hecate, Angus Og, Friege and Lou and Mananan McLear, Anya Glass, Freya and Thor, Kali and Ganesh, Nuada, Epona, Dionysus, and Persephone.
To Lucifer, to Lakshmi, the Santa Muerte, to Odin, to the Morrigan, Briege, to my altar goddess, to Buddha, and all gods known and unknown to me.
to Brige, to Lu, to Eros and Apollo, Hermes, to the Dagda, to Odin, Thor, and Loki. Go ahead.
To Hecate, the Thunderbird, and all goddesses and gods known and unknown.
To Apollo, to Artemis, to Hephaestus, to Hera, to Dionysos, to Persephone, to Hermes.
Yeah. Amanda?
To all the gods and goddesses in all their forms, and especially Brige, who's been singing her songs to me lately and reminding me to regain my spirituality.
And Boris?
To Sakyamuni Buddha, Avalokiteshvara, and Cosmos.
Hail. Charlie and Weasel.
I call to Brige and Lou.
I call to Brige, the Morrigan, Thor, Odin, and Loki. Hail.
Hail. Eric McKibben.
To Morrigan, to Lu, to Brige de Dagda, to Angus, and to Akladeshvari.
Hail. Greg.
To Loki and Odin.
To Joni, would you like to say anything this time? Okay, Julie.
To Hecate, to Hermes. Hail.
Hail. Sarah, post anything?
To the goddess of love, she says.
Excellent. And Val.
To Vesta, goddess of the home and hearth. To the Lares and the Penates, may our larder hold out during both winter and COVID. To Asclepius and Hygeia, to watch over us during the pandemic. And to Diana and Apollo and Curies as the spring comes in, so that we have all the new animals and vegetables.
Excellent. O shining deities, we honor your presence, offering our love and worship. Be with us in our grove and in our hearts, and accept this gift in token of our worship. Shining ones, accept our sacrifice. Now, children of earth, the three kindreds of spirits are coming in answer to our invitation. Find your center and your power and envision the presence of the grove, the fire, the well, and the tree, and the gate. And toward the gate and through the gate come the spirits. Let us welcome them. Mighty, noble, and shining ones, be welcome at our fire. Renew your center. Now let us gather up all that we offer to the powers, our love, our reverence, our awe and wonder, our delight and our honor. Let us join our voices in the Dora Dri, the Druids' hum, to bind all this into one true offering. Now let our voices arise on the fire. Let our voices resound in the well. Let our call pass the gate to the land of the spirits. Holy kindreds, gods dead and she, the children of earth send you love and honor with this gift. Holy ones, accept our sacrifice. Let's say that again. Holy ones, accept our sacrifice. Since we like threes, holy ones, accept our sacrifice. Breathe deep and let your worship flow through the gate to the holy ones. See them draw near. Feel their loving power shining on us as we divine the omen. Holy ones, we have honored you. Now, as we prepare our hearts for your gifts, reveal to us what blessings you offer in return for our sacrifice.
I take up the seat at Delphi to see what it is Shane DePaulo would have us know regarding our blessings for the coming time. Ooh, we have a very good omen. First, we have Delta. This is the power of our own strength, our own muscles, our own energy, our own vitality, and our own minds, and it asks us to use that strength wisely. Second, we have Alpha. This is Apollo's sign indicating success in our upcoming endeavors. And third, we have Gamma, Gaia's letter, indicating a bountiful harvest for our labors. So this is a very good omen for the coming month. And for those who were specifically looking for material improvements in your lives, this is a very good omen for that in particular. Just put in the work, be smart about it. You can get what you want this month.
Excellent. All right, so we are offered this blessing from the gods, the dead, and the she. If it is your will to gain this good, then join us as we say, as children of the earth, we call for the blessing of the ancient ones. Together we cry, shining ones, give us the waters. We join our hearts that each of us be blessed. Together we call, shining ones, give us the waters. And as we are blessed, let all the worlds be blessed. Together we pray, shining ones, give us the waters. We draw water from the well of wisdom. We pour the ale of inspiration. O mighty, noble, and shining ones, we have given to you, and now we ask you to bless us in turn as a gift calls for a gift. Hallow these waters, O holy powers. Grant us the blessings we seek. May the wisdom, love, and the power of the gods, dead and she, flow in our vessels of blessing. Behold, the waters of life. And that goes for all that you're at your homes. Waters you have in your cups are now blessed. As we charge our glasses, we're going to say that last prayer. We take up the cup of joy and power, the cup of blessing that fills the soul. Let us take the waters of wisdom's well. Let us drink the ale of inspiration. Let the worlds be in me as I am in the worlds. The spirit in me is the spirit in the worlds. Holy ones, I set my eyes upon you. Set your eyes upon me. Holy ones, I behold your faces. Behold you my face. Holy ones, I behold your hearts. Behold you my heart. May your magic awaken in our blood, for we are all your children. Flow in us, power of magic. Shine in our loins. Shine in our hearts. Shine in our heads. Let there be no part of me that is not of the gods.
Good job, kiddo.
Breathe deep, renew your center. Let's take a moment, the blessing to flow through you, flow into you. With the power in us, let us turn our hands to the work of magic. With the blessing of the gods in us, we take up the work of magic. Let those who would ask our aid in their works speak now.
Well, I have some candles here. I have a green candle and a blue candle and a black candle, all of which are going to be burned for Honora's upcoming endoscopy. We've added dairy into her diet, and keeping dairy in her diet is going to be, it's going to make my life a hell of a lot easier. It's going to be amazing. So green and blue for healing, and black to remove any illness or excess eosinophils so that we can keep in our diet, keep dairy in our diet at this endoscopy. And then a yellow candle for a friend of mine, that communication may flow in the midst of his divorce, and that movement may happen, not orange level movement, yellow level movement. And so that may continue along.
I'm asking to charge my necklace, or stones that I wear around my neck, candles for various purposes, my tarot decks so that I may use my tarot easier and whatnot, my pendulum so that way spirits and gods can communicate through me a lot better, and a special tea light candle I'm lighting for somebody very special to me, that they may heal, get better, and communicate with me soon.
This yellow candle is our virtual goats to have a sunny, nice weather wellspring. If we do have one in Memorial Day, I'm still burning this. If it does not go for like it did last year, it'll go for the next one. If we don't happen to have one and do a virtual, we still haven't made that decision yet. So good weather for wellspring. Green candles for healing for those of people in the Grove, including the COVID and protection from the COVID, that we're all stay safe and healthy through all this madness that we have been having. So good for everybody there. And then we'll go to Faith and Thex.
I'm blessing my necklace with my Hecate goddess symbol, as well as the brass piece that's with it. That's it for me.
Yep. And I'm blessing this stick of incense because I'm going to sometime in the near future record a performance for a new audience, so I'd like to really rock it for them.
I have a white candle here in hopes to bring some peace in my home after having 4 children homeschooling for the past 11 months.
Oh, wow. Boris.
I'm good, guys. Thanks.
Then it's Charlie and Weasel.
We have I made 4 candles, and we'd like to bless them just for general purposes.
Aaron.
I have 1 candle. This is to be offered a job that's within my wheelhouse of experience and education that will offer me the minimum of $60,000 a year with health insurance that is really good, but not a super high premium, and a robust retirement plan, and really good flexible time off. Yeah, that's all I really want.
Greg.
I have a yellow candle for learning, and that's it for me.
Joni, did you want anything blessed? Julie?
I have a gold candle for continuing to have good energy levels. I was kind of in a depressed funk and not having energy for about a month, and now I'm getting it back, and I want to continue that.
And did Sarah post anything in the chat?
Yes, she says she charges all that surrounds me to remind me with my every breath to always remember to be kind in this world. So mote it be.
And Val.
I didn't know I was supposed to bring something to get blessed. So I have absolutely nothing in my, even around me except for my exercise equipment. So
medallions on you or necklaces?
I don't have it. I'm not wearing jewelry because COVID. I stopped wearing rings because I wash my hands all the time.
Right.
And I don't go anywhere. And I make paper beads. So I think next time I'll bring paper beads that I made with intentions.
Perfect. That would be something if you what we would ask you to do in the we allow is if you want to future bless them as you're making them, is you can do that.
Because I didn't know to bring anything to bless. So it's just me tonight.
That's okay. It's no big deal. Usually we have people who, they just give, and the energy and stuff like that. So that's good.
Yep.
Excellent. So, all right, where was I? Children of Earth, is it your will that all these things be done? It is our will that all these good things be done. So, may our magic join with the power of the gods and spirits as we sing. We are one, 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 we are one. In this task we begun, what we will shall be done. In this task we begun, what we will shall be done. We are one, we are what we will shall be done, shall be done, shall be done, shall be done. Now, let your magic that you just created flow through the gates, gathering up the energy of the kindreds and coming back through the gates to your items you wish to be blessed. Feel the energy flowing through you, to you, getter and giver, and do it again. Let your energies flow through the gates, pick up the energy from the kindreds, and draw it back through the gates and into your items. Through you, to you, getter, giver, and by your magic, let it be so. By the holy power of the mighty, noble, and shining ones, and by our magic, Bisheale. One final time, find your center and your power. Breathe and feel the energies flowing in you, the cool waters, the bright fire, the power of the Rite's blessing. With all these things balanced in us, it is proper that we end what we began. The gods have blessed us, secure in the blessing. We prepare to go from the grove into our lives and work. We go with the blessing of the gods in our heads, in hearts, and loins. To all those who have aided us in this holy work, we give thanks. Keeper of the gates, Lord of ways, for watching and warding between, we give you our thanks. Now let the fire be but flame. Let the well be but water. Let all be as it was before, save only for the magic we have made. Let the gates be closed. We offer our thanks to the Mother of all. We offer our thanks to the gods, dead, and spirits. May the three sacred kins bring joy to all beings and renew the ancient wisdom. To the fire, the well, and tree, we offer our thanks. May wisdom, love, and power kindle in all beings and renew the ancient wisdom. To the earth, sea, and sky, we offer our thanks. May the ancient wisdom be renewed. May all beings know peace, joy, and happiness in all the worlds. So be it. The rite has ended. Hooray! Now you can all unmute yourselves and talk away.